Hey, hi, hello, and welcome everybody to the channel, where today we are going to be doing a review on an RGB lightsaber I got from Aliexpress that is surprisingly good. And I say surprisingly because usually when you buy stuff from Aliexpress, you're kind of iffy on it because it's not, it's not the greatest of all websites to buy things, especially something like a lightsaber, but this is an exception. Now, I got this saber about a month and a half ago, so I've had a month and a half to just mess around with this thing and have an absolute blast swinging it around and everything, so this review will be 100% authentic and not just like my first in-hand reaction to it. So I do have a lot of gripes about this, but again, if you look at the price tag of this, which is only 75 bucks, you can let that kind of slide. Like I said, I found this on AliExpress for about 75 bucks. First link in the description will show you where to buy it. But before I show you guys all that the saber can do, why don't we just take a closer look at it and see all the details on this thing. Alright, and here is the hilt. I took off the blade so we can have a closer look at it. And one thing that you're going to notice right off the bat is it's a very, very simple hilt design. I was actually preferring to get something just really simple because I knew that I wanted to get one of the better lightsabers like a Xenopixel or a Neopixel down the line, so I just wanted to get a first lightsaber, something like this, really simple as like a test run to see if I ended up really liking it and wanting to get more, which I definitely do after getting this one. It is just so much fun. And actually, since we're looking at it up close and personal right now without the blade, I just want to point out a couple things that I don't really like about it. Number one being that there's only 2 screws at the back of the hilt right here that the blade will come in, and that's pretty much all that's going to be supporting the blade. And so far when I'm swinging it around, there is a little bit of the blade moving, which is kind of bothering me, but it's not a huge deal. And before we move on, I just want to show you guys everything that it comes with. The first being this manual. It shows you everything that you need to know about the saber, all of the features that it has and everything. So definitely keep this with you and do not lose it. But if you do, it's not a big deal, because if you click on the product and go down in the description, it shows you everything that's in this manual. But it definitely will help to keep this, so do not lose it. It also comes with the basic tool for putting in the screws and in the hilt of the lightsaber to keep the blade secure, and the little screws that keep the blade secure just look like this. But now let's just get into the features that this lightsaber offers.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet. General Kenobi! I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Final steps. Come, little one. Master Qui-Gon.
Okay, now that we've pretty much seen everything that the saber can do, I think it's time to just point out some of the things that I don't like about the saber. And oh man, I think the number one thing that's just really bothering me about the saber is the ventilation on it. It is not the greatest. I went to Fan Expo in Toronto about a week ago, and I held that exact same saber, but just with better ventilation, and oh my god, it sounded 10 times better. The sound was just a lot more crisp, and just because of simple ventilation on the bottom of the hilt. Just a bigger hole so the sound can get through. That's all I'm asking for. It would be so much better. But that's not the case, and we get a kind of muffled, quiet sound, even if it's on the loudest setting, which when I was showing off all the different sound fonts, it was on the loudest setting and you still couldn't really hear it. So yeah, I'd say that's my biggest problem with it. Moving on though, I would then say I'm just kind of worried about the security of the blade. Even now, I'll show you guys a little clip of it. There's pretty big dents in the saber, and I didn't even tighten it that hard. I just put it in there assuming that it was going to be secure, but I felt some wobbling in it. So I took it out and boom, there's dents in it. And that's probably just from the stress of me swinging it around and dueling when you only have 2 screws securing the entire saber. So that's kind of an issue. Moving on, this is not really an issue. It's just something that kind of bothers me. It's not a huge deal, but I still kind of feel like it is. And it's when you're switching through the fonts. Once in a while, there's just that really goofy one when you're switching through the sound fonts that just really throw you off. Like, the one that really is annoying is the Master Qui-Gon one. Every single time I hear that, I'm like, oh my god, they couldn't have picked anything better than Master Qui-Gon. Really? Like, there's gotta be something else that they could have picked, man. Like, this is just, oh man, it's really annoying. And the last thing that I kind of want to complain about is the grip that it comes with. Man, that thing sucks. I tried to put it on thinking that it was going to be fairly simple, but once I got it on and swung it around for like maybe 5 minutes, the whole thing just ended up falling off, so I ended up throwing it out. That's why I didn't have it when I was showing all of the things that it came with. I think that's all the things that I have to complain about the saber. Other than that, for $75, this thing is actually pretty nice. And I really have enjoyed just swinging it around and having a great time with my first saber. It took me a couple years to finally get one, but here we are. Yeah, that's just gonna wrap up this segment of me complaining about the saber. Alright, and that is the end of the video. I hope all of you guys enjoyed. And something that I completely forgot to show off when I was showing all the things that came with the saber was the charger that it comes with. Yeah, other than that, that was the review of the saber that I got on Aliexpress. I mean, again, I was genuinely surprised on how good the quality was and all of the features that it came with. I'll just remind you guys, if you want, first link in the description will take you to this product on Aliexpress and you can get it for yourself. If you want to get a first saber or just get a saber that you want to duel with somebody with, because you can just be hitting hitting it like as hard as you can, nothing's gonna happen because of just how durable the saber is, and because it's an RGB, so there's no LED strips, unlike the Xeno or NeoPixels. Now, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because there will be more saber reviews in the future. Actually, very soon, I'll be reviewing my Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker lightsaber that I also got from Aliexpress. It was a little bit more expensive than the other one, but man, I love this thing so much, so I cannot wait to make a review on this and show you guys everything that it does. But that's going to do it for me. I hope all you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Have a good one.